Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to week 2 of my vlog. Really excited right now because I am getting ready to go to get my lips tattooed. So I arrived a little early to my appointment, so I figured I would go ahead and tell you guys what the prep work was for this, what I've been told to expect, and all of that other fun stuff. So I didn't actually get like a sheet or email or anything with like prep work, but I had made the appointment for this when I got my eyebrows done. And you can see she does, these are called powder brows. They're not microbladed. And I think it's called blush, lip blush. So it's not going to be a hard lip liner. It's going to be more like, evening out my own natural skin tone with a pinky color. It's more natural looking, which is what I kind of want. I do wear makeup when I'm going around town, kind of doing my own, my day-to-day routine, but I work from home a lot, and I go to the gym 5 days a week, 6 days a week. So I tend not to do a full glam makeup a lot of days. I just realized I can put my glasses on. I tend not to do a full glam makeup every day. I tend to just sort of try to keep it to a minimum. So a huge amount of the reason why I started to get like my eyebrows done, my lashes done, and now my lips is more so that I can pull off the no makeup look a little bit easier than I do naturally. So, where did you come from, sir? So, anyway, that's what prompted me to do this. So, as I was saying, if you're prone to cold sores, you're going to want to start your medicine 7 days before, keep taking it 7 days after, and that's because if you get a cold sore with the fresh ink, disasters happen. Now, she didn't tell me exactly what it was. Thing is that the ink takes way better to lips that are not chapped or dried or even slightly dehydrated. So you're going to want to get a lip treatment. This is the lip treatment I used. Where's my camera? Burt's Bees. And this is the back of it. So I don't know if that's backwards to you. It's upside down. That'll help. And it says it's called Overnight Intensive Lip Treatment. Now, I did not just use this overnight. I used it, I've used it pretty much all day, every day, and all night when I wasn't wearing lipstick. Now, I started that probably a month ago, and I've been really intensive with it starting this week. So starting a week ago today, which is a Friday. And honestly, I love this stuff, so I'll probably make this a regular part of my day-to-day look anyway. You want to make sure that your lips are good and moisturized and that they're exfoliated. So I started exfoliating just with my toothbrush daily probably about a month ago. And then I started Monday of this week. Burt's Bees also does a lip scrub. So I just use that lip scrub every day, twice a day. So I did it in the morning and the evening. My lips tend to peel really bad. I'm very easily dehydrated. So I tend to dehydrate really easily, and so my lips peel very fast, very fast. So I just gently exfoliate it. And then this morning, of course, I exfoliated, and I exfoliated before I met my friend for lunch. So that's really all she told me. Now, I'm going to this appointment without any makeup on because I don't know. I do know from my eyebrows that she tends to take it off, but she only takes it off where she needs to take it off. And if I'm fully made up, if she were going to clown face me right here, I would look like, have you guys ever seen those pictures of Miley Cyrus? from taking her, and she's missing the makeup right here because she sticks her tongue out, I would look like that. It would look it would look pretty funny. I am not a natural beauty, so and that is not me fishing for compliments. My own mother has told me that. So it's different generations. So anyway, I just came with no makeup. I may go out depending on what my lips look like. I may stop at the grocery store on the way home. Now I'm not sure if that's going to be a possibility or not. I know from past experience with my eyebrows that the day of the tattooing, the pigment is so dark that it causes its own you get a lot of attention for it. The lips, I'm not sure that the pigment itself will be dark, or even if it is dark, that it will be so dark people will stare at you. I think what will cause the staring, I have a suspicion, is the swelling from the lips, in the lips. Now, I don't know whether she's going to do this with a needle. I don't know if it's going to be like a blade, like microblading. I don't really know. I purposely, did a minimal amount of research into this because I wanted to go in completely blind with no preconceived ideas. Other than before and afters, and the fact that I absolutely trust this esthetician, like, to do whatever she wants to my face. So that's where we stand. So my appointment is in about 15 minutes. So I need to go because it's downtown where I live. So I have to park in a garage and walk over there. So let me zoom in. We're back. So you can see very swollen, and you can see like purple where I'm bruised really bad. So first of all, this color is a lot darker than what it's going to be later on. So as with all tattoos, it's very dark first off. So don't, particularly facial tattoos, do not, or cosmetic tattoos, I guess I should say, do not judge a cosmetic tattoo color by the way it looks in the first week after you get it. So just know that straight off the bat. But it should fade away to a nice kind of blush color. So you can see they're swollen. They're very mad at me. They're very stiff. They hurt really bad. It feels like I got punched and got a really bad sunburn on top of it and got road rash. I mean, it's just a lot of pain. Now, when I went in, she took some before pictures. She laid down and mapped my new lips. So she basically outlined them in white, like a white eyeliner. I approve them. But apparently you can't do this. It's called a lip blush. You can't do it outside of your lip line because your skin takes color differently than your lips. And so if they go outside your lip line, you'll end up with different lines of demarcation on your lips. I also suspect that that's to keep it from looking like the 1980s lip liner tattoo that people used to get, or some people still do get. This is supposed to fade away and look like either your natural lip color or a neutral lipstick. So I wanted it to go a little bit darker than my natural lip, but not so dark that it looked like lipstick. And I don't want to look like I did my lips and brows and then ran out of time or got tired of doing makeup, and so I just left the house with my lips and brows done. So she gave me this little kit to go home with. So it's my little care kit. Inside it has a wound buddy. So you freeze this. It's got these little like granules in it that freeze, and then you put it on your lips to help with swelling. You see the granules there on the back? They kind of look like caviar. But then you put them on your lips to help with swelling. My lips are really swollen. Like, I get lip injections and they don't swell up this bad. And then she gave me this. Oh, there you go. There you go. She gave me this, which is microblading and permanent makeup aftercare. So one of the things that she was really adamant about was that I do not let my lips dry out. They're going to crust over if I do that. There will be some peeling just because that's what lips do, but it shouldn't get crusty. So the other thing I realized with getting this is why it's so important that if you get cold sores, you take your cold sore medication. Your lips are severely agitated during this. Now, she did put a layer of lidocaine down, and then she outlined my lips very quickly. That is because once your lips start to swell, your outline, it gets hard to tell where the outline of your lips are. Anyway, it's very hard to tell where the outline is, so she's got to go in very quickly, outline the lips. Then she took a second needle that is for the interior of the lips, and she went through and did a really fast kind of like all over both lips, and then put what she kept referring to as secondary numbing cream. I process over-the-counter pain medications super duper fast, so I felt nearly all of this. It's very painful to me. Microblading was the same way. Right now it looks really even, but it's hard for her to tell whether it's even or not, because when your lips swell up, everything's kind of stretched. In addition to that, I've got bad bruising, because I'm just a bleeder and I bruise, and that's just sort of what I do. So it's hard to tell, and then just regularly, I think normal people, it's hard to tell where you got kind of patchy. So you have to go back in for a follow-up. I've got a lot of tattoos. I have a full back tattoo. I have a neck tattoo on the back. I've got an ankle tattoo. I've had body piercing from the top of my head down to the small of my back. So I have never been in this much pain. So that's where we are. Tell me to avoid salty food today because for obvious reasons it's going to hurt. She told me to avoid acids. So hyaluronic acid is okay because it's a moisturizing acid, but avoid glycolic, salicylic, vitamin C. Vitamin C you want to avoid for facial tattoos of any kind anyway because it's a skin lightener. They're skin lighteners. It is a skin lightener, which means any tattoos you have are going to fade away with the use of vitamin C. So you want to be careful with that. Any other acid, so acid, anything with a peel, anything like that you want to avoid. So, but in the short term, salty foods, acidic foods, juices like orange juice if you're an orange juice drinker. So other than that, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. I guess that's it. So talk to you later. Okay, good morning everybody. Thought I'd just jump on here really quick. We'll give you an update on what the situation is with my lips. So you can still see that they kind of look overlined. The upper lip is returning to normal much quicker than the lower lip is, but they still look like I've got lip liner on. Like the lipstick wore off, but the lip liner's still there. The color is definitely mellowing. Color's definitely mellowing. They still, this one in particular looks swollen, but it's not. Neither one of them are swollen anymore, but they feel like there's sandpaper on, like I really need a lip scrub. So that's probably just the skin flaking off, the ink flaking off. Haven't noticed too much sloughing of the ink, which may be a good thing, I guess. But my dogs are waking up. But all in all, so far so good. Ventured out yesterday, felt like I kind of looked normal. Still keeping them very wet. You know, I keep the lip treatment on. I did switch from Aquaphor back to the Burt's Bees I was using before. The Aquaphor, it wore off a lot quicker than I thought it would, and I didn't like the way it felt on my mouth. So I really feel like mostly they're healed. I still have a bruise right here. I don't think you can see it, but I can feel it. It's in there. Other than that, though, all in all, I'm very pleased. Like I said, color's mellowing. It's now looking kind of mauve-y as opposed to like garishly pink. So that should continue to mellow a little bit more. You can kind of see, like if you take the lip liner portion out. Anyway, coming along. So hi, welcome back. It's officially 7 days since I got my lip treatment done, my blush lip treatment done. As you can see, it has faded to a pretty kind of pink color. So I thought what I'd do is I'd use this opportunity to tell you what you need to know beforehand and what I've learned after. So there are some kind of big things that you need to know before you go out and get this done. The first is you can't have any lip fillers within, I think she said 3 to 6 months, something like that. I haven't had any in almost a year, so I just kept on going with that. Now, I metabolize, I guess is the right word, metabolize lidocaine really fast. So things like when I got my eyebrows done, this lip, any facial procedure I have done where they numb my lips or my face with lidocaine, I burn through it really fast. She did a lidocaine treatment and then a secondary pain treatment, and about halfway through the process that kicked in. The lips never did kick in, but I suspect that whatever you feel when you get your eyebrows done is a pretty good indicator of how you're going to respond when you get your lips done. For me, this was very painful. Now, for most people, it's not painful at all. So it really just depends. I could stand it. It was not fun. I mean, it was probably right at the limit of what I could stand. I didn't have to ask her to stop, but it was close a couple of times. Now, I do have some body tattoos. I would say for those of you who have back tattoos, this was very similar to getting your spinal cord tattooed. So it was right around that pain level. So I went in, she numbed my lips, and then she just got started. She outlined, and then she went through and she said broke the skin, but I think what she meant was she started the needling process. That opened up the skin so that when she put the secondary pain reliever on, it would go deep into my skin. Like I said, it kind of kicked in a little while after, but I'm not really sure if it kicked in or I just maxed out on pain, and that was like I just wasn't feeling it anymore, which also happened when I got my back tattoo. So take that for what it's worth. But very similar to what I experienced with my eyebrows. So again, if you've had your eyebrows done, I would say that's a good indicator of how you'll feel on your lips. That day, and you guys have seen the video, it was pretty garish. Probably the color really knocked back kind of to what I would call normal. So I got it done on a Friday. I would probably say by Tuesday it was looking more normal. The thing that I struggled with all this week was the overdrawn lip liner. And you know, I'm asking the people around me and they're not noticing. So I don't know if that's because it wasn't obvious to anybody but me, or if they just don't know what they're looking at. So anyway, I am thrilled with it. Now, I will say this. I don't think you can see it in the video. The color didn't take what I would call very smoothly. You can definitely see that there are spots where it's a little uneven, particularly like right here. Now, I'm going back for a follow-up appointment in March, and she's going to cover a lot of that. In addition to that, the week prior to, and I can't remember what day of the week it was, I was at the gym and dropped my phone. I was laying down on the ground kind of looking, and dropped my phone right on my face. And so I had a big bruise. I thought the bruise went away. What was left was just really red and kind of irritated, but I split my lip. I thought that all kind of went away. The second she started tattooing, it busted wide open again. And I could feel that she was tattooing a bruise. So even though I couldn't see it, it was definitely still there. That made a big difference in the color taking right here, because the blood was just pushing the ink back out. So would I do it again? Heck yes. I love this. I love that I mean, it looks like I've got a nice, really neutral lip color. A week out, actually the next day, I wasn't in pain anymore. It felt weird, but it was no longer painful. Not even a little bit. I got it done at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I would say by the time I woke up, I slept really well. So it wasn't even painful enough to keep me awake at night. So I am looking forward to the follow-up. I do kind of want to see, the guy that does my lips uses a dental blocker for that. I kind of want to see if he'll do the dental blocker, but I'll do it without it. It's not the end of the world. I have continued to use the lip treatment. She gave me some tattoo, like facial tattoo healing cream. It's very much similar to a very runny Aquaphor. I didn't like it, so I stopped using that and switched to Aquaphor, which she told me I could do. I used that for a little while, but like all tattoos, there came a point during the healing process where the skin started to slough off. I never saw skin anywhere. I could feel it. So unlike a body tattoo where the ink is kind of coming off and you can see the ink coming off, I never felt that or saw that. I mean, I never saw that. I felt it. So my lips felt like they had, like almost like there was sand on it. It took me a while to figure out that it was the skin that was just sort of peeling off. That lasted, I used the Aquaphor through, I probably would say Wednesday, when I switched back to the lip treatment, because the lip treatment didn't evaporate as quickly, or it didn't absorb as quickly. So I still do keep them very wet. I do like the lip treatment because it has kind of a gloss to it, so it makes it look like I'm wearing kind of a glossy lipstick. Other than that, I'm trying to think, you do have to keep it clean while it's healing, just like any other tattoo. I didn't have to use antibacterial soap. I limited my salty foods during the healing process, just because, can you imagine the pain? So I didn't eat too many salty foods. Didn't eat too much spicy food either, so I didn't have to worry about that. You do want to make sure that you keep your hands clean when you're touching your face. I resumed normal skincare routine Saturday morning. Friday, I was very careful around my mouth, but that it hurt. So at that point, it was kind of sore. I had bruising on my lips. So, you got to take that for what it's worth. But all in all, I'm very happy with it. I'm not wearing any makeup today, and you can see it looks really nice. I have a esthetician's appointment later on today, and then a hair appointment, so I kind of feel good about this. I do need some eye makeup, but they haven't invented tattoos for that, and I'm not sure I would do it even if they had. So yeah, I would say do your research, find a good artist. She's done my eyebrows, and I had my eyebrows were botched in a microblading. When I microbladed them, I have oily skin, so I probably should never have gotten them microbladed, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother video. I'm not even going to bore you with that right now, but she did fix my eyebrows, and I have implicit trust in her. She has a portfolio online that you can look at. So yeah, do your research, and all in all, I'm very pleased. I will probably keep doing this. So anyway, Like if you like this video and want to see more of this kind of content. Please subscribe so I can get some subscribers and feel like I'm not doing this just for myself. And comment if you have any questions and I will answer. Thank you. Bye-bye.